EA Sports. Two teams who need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Smith's Chiefs. So let's get you out to Kansas City as we say hello to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. While the skies may be ominous, there's never a bad day for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and the Kansas City Chiefs. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Breeze now on first down. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The headshots here are the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Dontari Poe emerged on the scene fast as a young player and continues to make big plays at defensive tackle.
2nd down following the run. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Underneath to Spiller. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for Kansas City, DeAnthony Thomas. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. 3.5 to go, first quarter. So the D-line's going to spread out. Charles the lone setback. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. They complete it to Hill. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll give the Chiefs a 1st down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, You probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And here's a look at the starting offense. Here's Smith now on second down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On the ground, it's the first carry here for Jamal Charles. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
James Laurinaitis can do it all for any defense that he's on. Can rush the passer, tackles any guy who carries the football, and runs the defense as the signal caller.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith underneath to Davis. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On 1st and 10, Smith. That is caught inside the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll let Charles try and get them in. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you. And anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot. And, boy, what a great defensive play there. Worn out leverage, running to the football from the inside out. Turned into a big loss of yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. C.J. Wilson in there to get him for a loss of 5. From the 15 now after the sack. It's 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Back to throw, Smith. And that is incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll come out in the pistol. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. He'll get the football here. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? Five defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime.
It.
A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Spiller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Breeze hands to Ingram. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. He's going to loft it. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And give him a gain of 37. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
Kill.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. This will be caught at about the 6. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And he'll get it down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? 3rd and goal. Can the offense punch it in here from the 1? And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And that play was vintage Derek Johnson. Made a play in the backfield. In college, he did as an outside linebacker. Used speed to get to the backfield. Now, a bulked-up inside linebacker with multiple Pro Bowls on his resume.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
On first down, it's Smith. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. Conley's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. All right, Charles, let's go off the script here real quick. Week 3 of the preseason, so many people point to that, say how vital it is. What do we take away from week 4 of the preseason?
Well, we know this is where certain guys make the team, right? Those last position battles. Maybe this is the tiebreaker week, and those guys are going to play the entire game trying to break that tie. Some coaches will have veterans who haven't played much at all that they want to get on the field a little bit before the regular season begins. They may play them in a little bit of a, an audition sort of a deal, try and get them loose. And then, let's face it, others have question marks that they have to get answered, and they may have to take a little bit of a risk and play them in the last preseason game just to get those question marks answered before the season kicks off.
And the wideout in motion. Smith throwing again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. It's a gain of 21 that time. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. The first down carry here for Charles. Shreds the tackle. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Here's Smith now on second down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. And the back goes into motion. 3rd and long, it's Smith. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Jeremy Maclin as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are in for 6. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They come up with one back. That's Ingram. He's going to get the football. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half, of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Looking left side, that's caught by Macklin. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Chiefs a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd and 10. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
They run it. It's Charles. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So they tried runs on 1st and goal and 2nd and goal, got stonewalled. Now from here, they've got to throw, right?
I would think so, and I would think you also maybe want to come up with something different in terms of formation. Maybe spread things out a little bit. Even though you're down near the goal line where things are tight, get it spread out a little bit and try and find some room to operate.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal.
3, 3, 3, 3. Set. Move 45. Move 45.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series. 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Left side and caught by Flainer. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Second down now after the pass completion. They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. He's going to float this, looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Charles the lone setback. 2nd and 10. Smith again. Conley's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a play fake here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Looking, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarris Bird. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. They go back to the air here after the INT. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Breeze to throw on second down. Throw complete right side to Cooks. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out and check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Breeze will try again on second down. Finding time. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Dontari Poe busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He finds Coleman. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Now, that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Allen Bailey in there to sack him for a loss of 6. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Breeze now. Brought in left side by Snead. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And they're going to speed things up here. Defense showing blitz. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. That's complete right around the 8. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Another pistol look here. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. That's caught at the 3. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now they bring the tight end in motion right. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now Breeze. Slap, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Holly in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw is Breeze. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part 1 of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd down and 4. What a tough loss. I mean, it's one thing to lose a shootout. Losing a low-scoring game, kind of deflating because your offense never really got going.
Your defense gains confidence, though. They understand that they can play with anyone in the league. They'll be on the side of the offensive guys the next week saying, come on, fellas, just pick it up a little bit.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.